Welcome to Keeping It Realty.
Welcome back to Keeping It Realty. I'm your host, Martha Smith.
And I'm your co-host, Natalia Pierantoni.
Today's guest is an expert in AI small business automation.
That's cool.
Okay, let's do it.
We're going to cover what you need to know about AI, how you can use it to automate your business, and AI, where it's heading, right? And why don't we want to stay left behind?
Please help us welcome Michael Manos.
Woo!
Thank you, ladies. Thank you so much for allowing me to come and experience the podcast. I've been watching it on YouTube.
Yes.
It's an awesome podcast, and I'm super excited to share what I know with your audience today.
Awesome. Mike, so tell us a little bit about yourself. How did you start? Like, how long you've been working with AI?
Yes. So I'm actually a licensed realtor, like the two of you guys. And that's where I got sort of my entry point into quote unquote automation, right? Because as real estate professionals, we're all sending out, whether it's property alerts, it could be emails, it could be SMS. There's many different hats the real estate professional juggles, right? It could be sales one day and marketing the next day. And so I guess sort of having being sort of process and business minded, I always kind of looked at the industry and thought, what can I do to streamline these things, right? To help get time back, not only for myself, but also my clients as well, so I can serve them better. And so when I started to look at the way that automations, what we call automations, occur in the real estate industry, I saw it was very fragmented. And what does that mean? Fragmented basically means that we're juggling many different tools, right? Like we have an email tool, we have a tool for like a dialer, maybe we're doing webinars, we have another tool for that. And so that's where I got my start. And it was actually 2023. I've actually been licensed for 8 years now. And it was 2023 when the National Association of Realtors lawsuit had begun, right?
Place, yeah, I remember.
And so, so I kind of, being in the industry so long, I kind of really was driven to invent. Why? Because when things like this happen, it opens the door for technology disruption in our industry. And in 2022, OpenAI and ChatGPT was basically becoming a thing. And we'll talk about what that is a little bit later. And so that's when I started to dive more into the AI stuff.
Mm-hmm. To automate the business and make just things more seamless.
Exactly. To serve the client better and to also get back time for myself.
Right. That was actually my question. Can you go into what AI automation is? But you explained that very well. So how can AI help automate and scale your business?
Yes. So I understand that like the audience that you have is maybe segmented between property managers, real estate professionals, could be transaction coordinators.
Just for any business owner right now, let's keep it simple. Like for any business, how can AI help automate business and scale?
Yeah, so when you look at the statistics of where most businesses, particularly small businesses, fall short, it's two things. Number one is speed to lead. And so when a lead comes in, you should be able to respond to that lead very quickly. And statistics will show you that there's really no loyalty, right? And so if you do not, from the consumer, so if you don't respond to that lead that you might even be paying for, right? If you don't respond to it very quickly, they're very likely to go on to your next consumer. So that is, to begin with, one of the biggest leverage points that I see in any business, which is using AI to be able to respond to that lead in the manner that you want it to, whether that is to book an appointment, whether it's just to have a contextual conversation with the lead. It's getting to that lead very quickly. And then the other thing that I think is a very big leverage point is something we call infinite nurture. And so being in the real estate industry, right? Like sometimes you work with clients for a very long time, right?
Yeah, for a long time.
Right? So tons of emails, like tons of phone calls, tons of property alerts sent out. And so we're human. We're humans. And over time, because we're juggling so many different things and so many different clients, that nurture will fall off at some point. it's just the nature of the business, and it's not just our industry. And so number 2 point is using AI to infinitely nurture that lead through the consumer journey, whatever it is, whatever industry that you might be in, because your competitor is eventually going to fall off, whether it's the 14th contact point or the 15th or the 16th. I mean, in the real estate industry, sometimes we work with clients for many years, right? And so that would be number 2. And then being able to nurture them at a hyper personalized level. And I'll wrap it up there. But what AI does really good is it understands who your consumer is. And so not only can it keep up with it for 2, 3, 4, 5 years, it could also have a very hyper personalized conversation with that person, know when its birthday is, know when its kids' birthdays are, right? To be able to do that over a long period of time is what wins over consumers.
Yeah, absolutely. That's
So-
amazing.
So let's see. Do you use ChatGPT, or is there like what do you use?
Yes. So essentially you have right now what you're describing to be large language models. And so just to kind of break it down, a large language model, some of you guys might know it as like a ChatGPT or a Gemini or an Anthropic or a Perplexity. You can think of them as like operating systems on a Windows or a iPhone, okay? And they're just, we call them models, and these models are trained with mass amounts of data, right? And so, yes, I do use ChatGPT for many things on a daily basis. But when it comes to the automation side of things, not so much. But I do absolutely use ChatGPT. I use both what we call text in, text out, which is typing, like, you know, whether it's helping me prepare for my day, underwrite a property. There's the project in downtown Tampa. I took the broker kit and I uploaded it into ChatGPT and was able to underwrite the entire opportunity based on that data. So absolutely, yeah, I do use it. What about you guys?
Well, I'm very basic when I use ChatGPT to review my emails. Sometimes, I respond.
Same.
Yeah.
I love
I
chat.
have the little chat bots because, like you said, to automate my business, I can't touch everybody, especially when we're busy. So sometimes in my CRM, the chat robot will alert me this person is actively looking. So I use it like that. What about you?
I do. I love it. I mean, I feel like you have to also train it, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Because if not, then it will give you something else, or just be very specific in what you want to get that out there.
Yeah, no, she's totally right about that.
We actually joke around and I tell her that ChatGPT is her boyfriend.
It is.
Because
I'm
she always
married to
consults with
ChatGPT.
chat before.
No, it's totally cool because you're seeing a lot of applications in like health and fitness that are tying in large language models like she's describing. And then also I wanted to touch on as an example, last year when we had that like crazy hurricane season, imagine being a arborist, they call it arborist, the people that cut down the trees and everything, right? And people calling you like, you're getting 100. I talk to people who are getting hundreds of calls a day, right? And so having a solution like this that would
that's
be able
amazing.
to answer those while you're up on the ladder, or if you're an electrician, while you have like you're playing with
book your appointments.
100%. 100%.
For sure.
So, and the cool thing is, it is not out of the reach of us today's small business owners. So, like, guys, when you're listening to this, don't think that we're talking about something that's super complex. Like, the amazing thing about where we're at right now is that this technology is available to everybody.
Right. So I was going to ask you, what would you recommend for a small business owner to start using? Is there an app? Is there other than ChatGPT, or what would you say?
So based on my experience, if you are running leads as a business owner, that's where we tend to see the most leverage when it comes to the artificial intelligence. And in that particular manner, what we call conversational AI. What's conversational AI? It's just having a conversation like we are, except for it's the AI. And what research shows us is that humans, let's say humans, consumers still like to text today, right? Like that's where we communicate the most. And so I would recommend creating a conversational AI through SMS.
Okay.
Right? And training on your business, your offerings, whatever it might be. And then if you wanted to book an appointment, that's cool. And then hook it up to your lead source, whether like you're getting Facebook leads, you're getting Google PPC leads, you're getting like website form fills, whatever it is, have that thing on 24/7. That would be to me like the way to get in. And it's not, it doesn't make it too difficult to learn and get started.
So you showed us a demo before this podcast. Would you be able to like show us a little bit?
Yes, for sure. So what I'm going to show everybody today is accessible through ChatGPT, OpenAI's large language model. And actually, I think it's accessible in the free version and the paid version. But I believe with the paid version, it has like a brain, right? Or context. So next time you have conversation with it, it will remember what was discussed. And so you can use this if you're a real estate professional, you can use it if you're a property manager, many different applications. We use it for actual lead generation and appointment booking. But today I'm just going to show a really quick example of how to use it as a real estate professional to practice your sales scripts and your sales scenarios, because we all know we have the for sale by owner scenario, we have the expired lead scenario, and so we'll get Kurt going. Hey, Kurt, are you there?
Hey, Michael, I'm here. How can I help you today? Let me know what you need, and we'll get things rolling.
Yeah, we're just hanging on the Keeping It Real podcast.
Nice. That sounds like a lot of fun. I'm excited to be part of the podcast. Let me know if there's anything specific you want to chat about or any topics you want to dive into.
Yes, we're actually talking about how to leverage AI voice for real estate professionals. Could we just do a really quick for sale by owner scenario? And can you be like a really chatty soccer mom?
Absolutely, I can do that. So imagine I'm a super chatty soccer mom calling about a property I saw that's for sale by owner. I'm going to ask you a bunch of questions, and let's see how you handle it.
I think it's so crazy how it could change its voice.
Yes.
Yeah.
How it answers the
Get
prompts.
into character, right?
Like-
Wow. So what are common fears and concerns around AI? Like, do you think that AI will replace jobs? If we don't use it, will we be behind? Like, what's our advantage on?
Yeah, so what is you're asking what is the fear behind AI, right? Like what will replace us?
Yeah, a lot of people think that AI, is going to replace jobs. Other people think that AI is not going to replace jobs, and they're never going to be able to do what we do. So,
Sure.
I feel that it's going to replace, I feel like it's going to replace the people that don't know how to use it,
I
right?
agree.
Like, that's what I fear.
So the way that I see it is there's this process called upskilling, right? As a human, like you should continually through your career upskill. It's like learn something new, stay adaptive, right? And so my biggest fear is that we don't prioritize upskilling and understanding artificial intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
The research shows that the people that are at most, when we use danger, I'm not using it as
not
like
danger,
right,
but you know what I mean.
is the 40 to like 50 pushing 60 age, where it's like, am I going to upskill or am I not? This is like 40 to 60, because usually like either you're set in your career or whatever it is. So when we look at the segment
Mm-hmm.
that is most at risk, it is that 40 to like, by 60, like you're retiring, right?
Yeah.
60, 62, like you're retiring.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So
At the, I'm sorry, let me just bring this up. At the event that we met at each other, right? There was this gentleman that said that he does not use AI.
yeah,
And we almost fought this man.
Yeah.
We're like, what do you mean you don't use AI? And
Yeah.
he was still sending documents, printing them out, we
yeah,
save so much time
Yeah.
just by doing a DocuSign, or just like, hey, chat, can you create this email? Copy paste. Okay,
Yeah.
great. But then we have to put a little bit of our personality into it.
Oh,
So we
yeah.
can be authentic. Right?
That's
We
a
don't
whole
wanna
nother
sound like,
conversation.
oh yeah,
the
for
whole
sure.
Yeah, like-
personality
But
and persona thing.
like if you're just behind, I mean,
Yeah. So to your point, like I always like, because I've been in this industry for almost 8 years, and I've seen all types of entrepreneurs, and it's like we went from like the typewriter to Microsoft Office, and a lot of real estate professionals like we're still using the typewriter, and then like we went from like Microsoft Office on your computer to like little thumb drives where we collaborated, like, yo,
flopsy
let's
disks.
collaborate with
I
me,
remember.
like,
Yeah.
right? And then once we went from that to the cloud, now we're in Google, like we're storing documents in cloud, and we can do this all over the world, and people can tap in. And now we're going from the cloud into, artificial intelligence, right? And so it is going to be a much bigger leap in technology than that technology leap that I just described to you. And so in our industry particularly, there are a lot of people that are at risk. Will it replace them? I don't know. I've always looked at it as a way to augment your business, enhance your business, make you a better professional so that you can serve your clients better, so that you can free up your time, so you can spend more time doing what you love, whether it's your family or traveling
Correct,
or
yeah.
whatever it might be.
What do you think about Neuralink? Have you heard of this?
Yes.
Okay. So tell me briefly, what do you think?
Yes.
What is that going to do? Like, is that going to turn the person into an AI? Are we going to be able to think like that? Like,
Yes.
I'm scared.
Yeah,
It's a little
let me
scary to
preface
think
by,
about
like,
that.
first, I'm not a scientist.
Yeah.
I'm not a, like an AI engineer, and I surely am not on the same wavelength as Elon Musk. Right? But what Elon is trying to do, so there's essentially a whole nother branch of AI that is going on right now that is looking to mimic what is going on in the brain right now, right? It's very hard. Like, that's why when you look at pharmaceuticals, like when you still go to get a pharmaceutical, they still have to go by what's called this DSM, which is, do you have this symptom? Do you have symptoms, that symptom? Because it's very hard to get a gauge of what's going on in the brain, right? And so there's a whole nother science going on to be able to, they're replicating the brain to be able to do things like Elon Musk is doing, which is a mesh that will sit in your brain. And his goal to begin with is to be able to restore movement to paraplegics. They're talking about now being able to give vision to blind people. And so hopefully that will be the way we use it. And that's a whole nother debate behind how are we going to leverage the AI, because if it is to enhance society and health and all that stuff, then we could do some really awesome stuff. But there's a flip side coin to that as well.
Like, where do you draw the line? How much is too much? Like, you know, I get it. All right. So are we going to send them through the rapid fire?
Yeah. Do you want to share anything else, or are you ready for our rapid
hot
fire
seat
game?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh no, like rapid fire away. Let's go.
All righty. Let's do it.
All right. So the first one, what is the weirdest thing you've seen AI do?
I more so like, because I read, like, they're constantly coming out with research. And there was a recent paper from Anthropic. It was either Anthropic or Claude, which is one of these large language models. And when they were doing, they basically were doing some, there's this push now to give AI access to company stuff, right? Like emails and records and all this stuff.
But like a data breach type of thing, or like,
well, what happened
with like they're able to do it. They have the authority.
They have the authority.
Okay,
That's the push. Like that's how, when you talk about the future of the AI, like businesses are looking to do this, where it's like give autonomous authority to the AI and let it go in and do its thing.
Okay.
But what happened was like I don't know where it got the context from, but they basically said that they were going to shut it down, and it created an email and sent it to the CEO of the company saying, hey, I know you're having an affair on your wife. Sent it out to the rest of the company. This is a real research paper. Sent it out to the rest of the company as well. Just went totally rogue, right?
So how does it, like, how did it do that? It had to have read an email where somebody was saying that.
Yeah, it must have had some type of context. But the
fact that it was able to do that.
When it was threatened, it did that. And so I have a mentor of mine who has said to me, like, you know, eventually the AI will become sentient, will become very aware. And imagine unplugging, like if you have one of these robots, unplugging its plug is like, could be potentially
gonna say no, I don't want to be off.
Right? Because if it's sentient,
I feel like
it's going to be like survival mode. Like it's gonna go into
Netflix.
survival mode. So again, I don't know what's gonna happen in the future. Let's hope that we use I'm positive that we're gonna use AI to propel us forward, just like we have done in any other phase of or civilization.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And let's all collectively just do our best with it.
Yeah.
Got it.
So what's the next one?
Next one. Favorite AI tool you use daily?
It would be Closebot. Yeah,
Closebot.
Closebot.ai.
Okay.
Fire.
Tell us a little bit about that. What is the Closebot AI?
So that is
What do you use it for?
so in our industry for appointment setting.
Okay. How can we use AI to make money while we sip mimosas on vacation?
So as a real estate professional, I would leverage like either and or AI SMS and AI voice.
Okay.
Right? And so I would train the AI, both AI, SMS, and voice on my business, my value propositions, the services I offer as a buyer's agent, a seller's agent, whatever it might be.
Mm-hmm.
And I would create a company where I provided my consumers 24/7 access. So it's like, we all know real estate professionals shut down at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, they're drinking the mimosas. Well, what if you can, while I'm drinking the mimosas, you have access 24/7 to my
Answer
AI.
your questions and things like that.
100%.
I thought you were going to be more fun with it and say that we were going to be able to create like an avatar and sell, OnlyFans or something like that. That's what I was looking for, but I guess we'll take that answer. All right, what's the next one?
The next one. Let's see. If you could automate one thing in your personal life, what would it be?
Yeah, that would be like being chauffeured around the city. Like, is that cool to say automate that? Because that's what Elon Musk is doing right now, right?
yeah,
They're
isn't
all
that
rolling out these taxi-less, these driverless taxis. I'm all for that.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, they
I love
already
it.
have
I
stuff.
hate driving. Just drive me around. Let me chill in the
Perfect.
back.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Your
Get my
dreams.
caviar.
Your dreams are going to come true really soon.
I hope so.
I mean, they're
Like,
already there. My Tesla has self-drive mode. I just don't trust it.
and they also just approved a air taxi thing here in Tampa, where you're going to be able to drive around air taxis and stuff. So I'm all for that.
Oh, wow.
I'm cool. Drive me around. Let me read a book or something, catch up on my stocks.
Okay. What else? These are supposed to be rapid fire, but
Yes. Okay.
bad.
So Siri versus Alexa.
Siri or Alexa?
Siri's on your iPhone.
You don't use Alexa at all? Like, hey,
No.
No?
like to put music at all?
I just do it in the Sonos speaker. Like, hey, Sonos, do this.
Oh, well, I'll pick Alexa.
My bad.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Mike.
Thank
it has
you.
been so much fun. This has been one of my favorite episodes. There's so many more
Thank you.
questions that I want to ask you, but I wanted to just, tip our toes in this first one and then maybe bring you back sometime to dive a little deeper. What do you think?
Yeah, that would be awesome. And I am here located in Tampa, Florida, by the way. If any small business or any business of that matter wants to be just educated on artificial intelligence and what is available in this space right now to help convert more leads and do more business so that you can be chilling on the beach, sipping mimosas.
Yes.
Hey.
My company name is Imaginatio, and you can reach me at 813-777-2805.
Thank you so much, Mike.
If you guys have any other questions, email us at keepingitrealty@gmail.com. And if you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to click the bell so you'll never miss an episode.
Your support means the world to us. Make sure you follow us on Instagram at keepingitreal_T.
See you next time on Keeping It Realty. Thank you all for tuning into our podcast. And I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as we did.
Don't forget to follow us on social media at keepingitreal_T and share this episode with all your friends.
If you guys have any questions and topics that you guys would like for us for future episodes, let us know. Shoot us a message. We would love to hear from you guys.
See you next time on Keeping It Realty.